How about if I show you a simple way of you making your trade continuation entry using the MACD indicator? This method is very simple and easy for you even as a beginner trader. So on our main chart, the first indicator is our Bollinger Band and it is period 20. The variation is 2.0, the shift is 0. You apply to close. Then we have our MACD indicator. Fast EMA is 12, slow EMA is 26, MACD SMA is 20. You apply it to close. So as you can see, here is the setting of the indicator. Then we have our relative strength index. So you'll repeat the same setting on your own, and if you done that correctly, your chart will be looking exactly like mine. So this trading pattern is a continuation pattern, and the advantage of continuation is that it helps you to avoid price manipulation, which means that the direction of price has already been established. So how do we now take advantage of our MACD indicator? So this is our indicator window, is our MACD indicator. So what do we want to see? First, you need to pay attention to the zero level of the MACD. Alright, so look at this. Here is the zero level of the MACD. So it simply means that when price is at this zero level of the MACD, price is in equilibrium. What that simply means is that the pressure of both the buyers and the sellers are the same. So you pay attention to this zero level, so you can see how price behaves around the range of this zero level. So when price begins to form, the MACD hits to the upside, and whenever there is a bullish momentum, the MACD histogram will begin to rise to the upside. Just as you are seeing, it begin to rise to the upside. And when momentum begins to drop, the MACD histogram will begin to drop towards the downside. Okay, so it keeps showing you until sellers step in. So here you can see that it rises to the upside a little until sellers came in and then take it all the way to the downside. So this MACD histogram helps you to identify the momentum, who is in control of the market, by considering this point of zero, which is the point of equilibrium, which shows equal strength. Now if you want to buy, you need to pay attention to this. If you must buy, histogram must first be above the zero. Okay, that's condition number one. So once histogram is above the zero, it is an established uptrend. Then you pay attention to your indicator window. Just as in this, to your main chart. Just like in this scenario, on your main chart, price should be above the middle Bollinger Band. Now this middle Bollinger Band is period 20, so it is the same thing as moving average 20. And whenever price is above the middle Bollinger Band, it signifies a healthy uptrend. That's a very strong uptrend. So price should be what? Above the middle Bollinger Band. So we've established price is above the middle Bollinger Band, and we have this established, and we'll have this momentum. As you can see, the MACD histogram line, you can see the 0 point here, and then you can see that it is above the 0 point level, so we are in an uptrend. And once you have this established, you have observed this, ensure that the MACD histogram line has not reached the level of 80. As it's going up now, make sure that it has not touched the level of 80. If it has touched the level of 80, there won't be need for you to make that particular buy entry. So that's condition number 3. First condition, MACD histogram above the zero level. Second condition, price above the middle Bollinger Band. Third condition, MACD histogram line should not be up to 80 or above 80. Once you have gotten that, because for the histogram to move to the upside, it shows that there is already a bullish momentum. So once that is established, you need an opposite bearish candle. Like in this scenario, look at what happened here. Price has moved to the upside. So you can see that from here, from this point, price, from this new day, price has moved to the upside. Can you see that? Once you have established that, what is the next thing you need to do? You need to pay attention to this particular candle. So you can see that our bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle. So what did I say? I said we need an what? Opposite candle. So from this bullish candle, we had this bearish candle. Now when we get this opposite candle, which is a bearish candle, we will now need a bullish engulfing candle or a pin bar to make our entry. So we'll just have this opposite candle again, followed by another bearish opposite candle. So subsequently, we have this pin bar, and then we have this pin bar formation. So you can see that after this candle and this candle, we have this pin bar and this particular pin bar. So from there now, here comes our entry. So immediately we have this double pin bar. Price closes above the middle Bollinger Band. So you buy here, your stop loss is here, and then you can see how price plays out all the way to the upside. This is very much easier, it is simple, and it is straightforward. It is not a complex strategy, so you can leverage on this. So let's look at this. In this case, we have this opposite candle, but we don't have entry here. The reason we don't make entry here and here is because price is already at the level of 80 and 90 zone. So let's look at other assets. Let's look at gold and see how this plays out. Now looking at gold, this has been above the zero equilibrium for a very long time. So you can see this price above the zero equilibrium for a very long time. So having established that, here again you can see that the Bollinger Band shrink. So we are positive for price to break out. So immediately that is established, look at what happened. Price is above, then we begin to notice price behavior. What behavior? We have this bearish candle, this bearish pullback, we have this pullback, have this pullback, then we have this bullish engulfing candle. And when the bullish engulfing candle happen, our MACD histogram line is not up to 80 yet, so there is a room for price to push to the upside. And afterwards, you see that you would have make your entry here, right? Your stop loss is here. So price pull back again, play around, and then eventually went all the way to the upside. So you can see that price movement afterwards, it break to the upside, and you can see how it continue to the upside in that manner. So that is exactly how it works. It is very much effective, and you can take advantage of it. Then look at in this scenario again. MACD histogram line is still above the zero equilibrium. So in as much as it is not below the zero, it is still above it. So what do? We move, look at this behavior. You wait for a bearish candle, bearish, bearish, bearish. Then afterward, you have this pin bar here, right? And then closes above. Look at this bullish pin bar, this particular pin bar. We have this hammer, right? and then it closes above what? It closes above the middle Bollinger Band. And then look at our indicator window. You can see that our indicator window, our CCI has not, our MACD is yet to reach the level of 80. And so you have your buy entry here, and then you see price push all the way to the upside. So this works very, very well. So this, you can see this price change momentum to the downside. This is boom. You can see the equilibrium point of 0, 0. You can see that. So we now have this, we have this, we have this. So I'll be making my other entry. And how will I do that? Now I have this opposite candle that has pulled back. So once this candle closes and I get a bearish engulfing candle, I'm going to sell, because my MACD histogram line has not gotten to the level of 20. So this is going to be a live trade for me. If this closes as a bearish, I will sell. However, you need to take note, ensure that there is no resistance or support zone under it. So in this scenario, here is a support zone. So what I'm going to do, if we get this bearish formation, I'll wait for the bearish candle to close below this support zone, and immediately it closes below this support zone, that will be my sell entry all the way to the downside. And I believe that you have learned something new. If you are here to subscribe to the channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click on the subscribe button, turn on your notification so you'll be the first to get notified when we upload our next video. And please do not forget to like and share. Thank you, and see you in the subsequent video.